I am starting off with foundation, and the foundation that I'm using is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless foundation, and I believe I'm using this in the shade 115. It's a little bit too dark for my skin tone, so I bought the wrong one, but it's not like super crazy difference, so it does work, but it's just a little bit darker. I'm just going to prime my eyelids for eyeshadow with my MAC Painterly Paint Pot. You guys know that this is like my go-to eyeshadow primer. And then for eyeshadow, I'm starting off with this kind of warm tone brown. It really reminds me of Caramelized from Morphe or Soft Brown from MAC. It might be just a little bit darker than Soft Brown. And I'm just running that through my crease with my Sigma E25. Today I'm using the NYC by Demi Lovato palette. I love this palette. It is amazing quality. It's super pigmented. The eyeshadows are absolutely gorgeous, and it's very similar to the Naked palette. So for my lid color, I'm just taking this kind of coppery golden color. I don't really know how to describe it, but I'm just taking that all over my lid with my Sigma E55, and then I'm starting off with this kind of chocolatey tone brown using the e.l.f. crease brush, and I am just running that on the outer corner and then blending it with my Sigma E25. This is just going to get my outer corner prepared for the even darker brown that we are going to take in just a second. So as I blend, I'm pulling it up into the crease as well as blending the outer corner. Then I'm going in with this darker brown, which is more of an espresso brown, and I'm just using that same brush to apply that to the outer corner and also working it up into the crease. And then I'm going to go back in with that Sigma E25 and blend it out. This is definitely optional. You could have stopped with just the first brown, but if you've watched my tutorials for a while, then you know that I like to really darken up that outer corner as much as I can. Then for the brow color, I'm just taking this light color in the palette. It's a little bit shimmery than what I usually like to use, but I mean, it did work, and I just used a Sigma E60 to apply that. And then for the lower lash line, I went in with my Real Techniques eye shading brush or eyeshadow brush and just took the color that we used on the lid and just ran that across the entire lower lash line. Sometimes I like to darken up the outer corner of the lower lash line, but lately I have been really into just using one color across the entire lower lash line. It adds a little something without being too much. And then for eyeliner, I just used my Maybelline Master Precise liquid eyeliner. I love this eyeliner. I've used it for a really long time, actually. I was gonna say a super long time, but a really long time. And what I like about it is that it has the felt tip, which I think is super easy to apply eyeliner with. And then I'm just filling in my eyebrows with my NYX Eyebrow Cake Powder Duo in the shade Dark Brown Brown. Just using an e.l.f. small angled brush to apply that to my brows. And after I've applied the color to my brow, I go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Tinted Brow Gel in the shade Chocolate to just set my brows in place. I don't really do anything too fancy with my eyebrows, but this is just something that I've done for a little while now that I really like doing, and it just kind of gives me that dark brow without being too harsh. And then for mascara, I didn't actually show what mascara I'm using, but I'm pretty sure the one that I reached for that day was the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir mascara. I love this mascara. It is such a good mascara. It adds lots of volume to my lashes and lots of length to my lashes. I'm very impressed with this mascara. And then I'm just taking MAC Vanilla to highlight my inner corner. If you guys watched my favorites video, I have mentioned this like 2 months in a row now because I love using that to highlight the inner corner. Now I'm just taking my concealer, and I am just going to use this to highlight my face and also kind of clean up the eyeshadow and just kind of use it to cover up anything as well. And I just used the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in 15 Fair. And then I'm just setting my foundation with my Rimmel Stay Matte Pressed Powder in Transparent, using an e.l.f. powder brush to do that. And then for under the eyes, I used my Anastasia Contour Kit, and I just used the banana shade to to highlight under the eye. And then I'm using the Real Techniques blush brush and a contouring shade from the palette, or from the contour kit. Somebody recommended this to me, that you can use this brush to get that contour, but also use it to get a little bit of a bronze glow to your face, and I kind of liked using this brush. I think I will definitely use it again for contouring at some point. So after I have contoured my face, I just go in with my blush, and for blush I used the Milani Baked Blush in the shade Berry Amore. This color is one of my favorites. I think it's pretty similar to MAC's blush in Warm Soul. I think it's such a pretty color and I love it. And then for highlight, I used my ColourPop highlighter, and this is in the shade Stole the Show, and I just use a Real Technique setting brush to apply that. And after highlight, it is time for lips, and I just used my ColourPop lippie in the shade Grunge, and I used the matching lip liner, and that is it for this look.